We're happy little Vegemites, as bright can be. We all enjoy our Vegemite for breakfast, lunch and tea. Our mummy said we're growing stronger every single week because we love our Vegemite. We all enjoy our Vegemite. It puts a rose in every cheek. It puts a rose in every cheek. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 74. And this is Barry Fair here, and thanks for joining us wherever you may be watching around our great country of ours. From Sydney to Brisbane to Cairns to Darwin to Cape York to the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria to Sale to Shepparton to Moe to Orbost to Benalla to Uchuka, and from Perth to Brumby the Esperance to Exmouth to Broome and to Carnarvon and up to the Northern Territory to Ulara to Tennant Creek and to Karanara. This is episode 74 of the Daily Wraps with Barry Fair and Cass, coming to you live from our St. Types Community Access Service studios, and we bring the show to you here every Tuesday morning here. And thank you for tuning in wherever your address might be. And today on the show, as you may have heard, I opened the show with the Vegemite jingle, and this is what our opening segment is all about: the iconic spread Vegemite. It is packed with vitamin B, and joining me now in the studio, it's a very good morning to Cass. Welcome to you. Thanks for joining me here on episode 74 today.
Good morning, Barry. Once again, thank you for having me on your show. Good morning, viewers. We have an exciting show for you. I can't wait to get started.
Well, Vegemite has a history of expanding 90 years, and Vegemite was invented back in the year 1922. It was called pure vegetable extract back then, but in 1923, Cyril Callister developed a tasty spread which would soon become Vegemite yeast extract as we know it today. Now, Vegemite was sold in tins in World War II, and we're just gonna check that. And Vegemite is delicious on sandwiches and toast. Here's my outsider for her opening sequence.
Wow, thank you for that information, Barry. One of the things that I was really excited about when Barry and I were researching were the amazing facts about Vegemite. Who knew you could cook with Vegemite in almost every dish?
Well, you can make soups with it, casseroles, and shepherd's pie and gravy. So Vegemite is too good to put away, viewers. So if you're at home today feeling sick, why don't you make up a Vegemite broth? You simply get a cup of boiling water and dissolve 2 teaspoons of Vegemite and let it dissolve. And this is called a cup of Vegemite. Here's my outsider.
Wow, that sounds delicious, Barry. I'm sure that'll help with an upset tummy as well.
It does, and it settles it. And Vegemite, viewers out there, it is used to dip for dips for carrot sticks. Here's my outsider.
That sounds delicious. I know one of my favourite things is a Vegemite scroll. Especially once it's just out of the oven, Barry.
Oh, yeah, we should make some one Tuesday.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea, Barry.
So, back to the history of Vegemite. The Kraft Walker Company, or Fred Walker, he was responsible for getting Vegemite underway. Now, this factory was located in Port Melbourne, Victoria. And in 1950, the Kraft Walker Company became Kraft Foods Limited. Now, the Kraft made Vegemite originally. Their factory was at 162 Salmon Street, Port Melbourne. And would you believe it, 230 jars of Vegemite were made in 1 minute. And that is 338,400 jars a day. Now, you may not believe this, ladies and gentlemen, but that is a true fact. And would you believe Vegemite was used for electricity? Well, if you don't believe us, I will tell you exactly. And here's my outsider.
So, an interesting fact, viewers, that Barry and I found out this morning whilst researching Vegemite was that the Vegemite was used to conduct electricity. It was used to complete a circuit and turn on an LED light.
Now, we had a question. We will take a break. Welcome back to the Vegemite story. And Cara, what was your favorite food with Vegemite?
Oh, it has to be Vegemite on toast. You've got to have the toast nice and hot, fresh out of the toaster. You need to put butter on it so it melts, and then a little bit of Vegemite on top so the Vegemite and the butter melts and all swirls together. Hands down, without a doubt.
So I thought we would ask you this question on today's show. And also coming up later on in the show will be asking you what your favourite television show was.
That's a harder question to answer. I like lots of TV shows, but the Vegemite question for me, easy.
Okay, so we'll ask you later on in the show
Leave it with me.
and get back to us.
I will.
Thanks, Cara. Well, welcome back. Continuing on with our story about the history of Vegemite. Vegemite was sold in tins in World War II in the 40s, I would imagine. And did you know, viewers out there that are watching today, Vegemite is good for mouth ulcers. So if you develop a mouth ulcer, Vegemite is the way to cure it. Here's my outsider.
Thank you for that interesting fact. I'll be sure to use it next time, Barry.
And you may not believe this, but Vegemite can be used as a disinfectant. Now, we'd like to hear from you on the show this morning. Would you use Vegemite as a disinfectant? Please let us know and comment down below. Here's my outsider.
That was one of the funnier facts we found out today, Barry. I'm intrigued to know what you viewers would do.
So, Vegemite, it's just too good to put away after breakfast and even after lunch, even after dinner. Here's another interesting fact for you. Did you know that Kraft singles were made from Vegemite? The Kraft company brought out Vegemite singles. And you may have seen the advert for it. So Vegemite is not just good in a jar, it's good in scones, it's good on toast, it's good on crackers, it's good to dissolve in boiling water. Here's my outsider.
That's right, Barry. Can I please tell our viewers about another interesting fact?
And I'd like to hand over now to my outsider for another interesting fact.
So something that I thought was really interesting that Barry and I found out whilst doing our research this morning was that after Cyril Callister developed and or produced the Vegemite, like Barry said earlier on in the segment, it was originally called
the Fred Walker Company.
Yeah, and they named Vegemite before it was actually Vegemite. It was called vegetable extract. So something that was really cool was that the Fred Walker Company initiated a great plan. They had the Australian public officially name the spread. Out of hundreds and hundreds of entries, Vegemite was chosen.
Now, Vegemite was made by the Kraft factory. In the Kraft factory, like I said earlier on, before the commercial break. And do you know the Song of Australia in 1954? A group of dancers made up a song about this iconic spread. and we're going to play the original version now from 1954. So let's take you back to the year 1954. Remember this jingle?
Vegemite, the delicious bread, provides the vitamin B1 your family needs daily. Be sure you put Vegemite next to the pepper and salt whenever you set the table.
Now, that was the original version, but 2 years later, back in 1956, another version of the same commercial, this time with a 7-year-old girl dancing on the lid of the Vegemite jar. Okay, this was when black and white television arrived in Australia. And in 2010, the revamped version of the classic Vegemite jingle was revamped. See whether you remember this commercial from 2010.
How do you make Vegemite?
Please explain.
Well, I'll tell you. You take a bit of this and that, just a swig, a couple of these, but make sure they're big. Put it in a pan or a metal container, add a bit of bite, and that's a no-brainer. You need texture and colour and plenty of cheese, add this, add that, and 3 or 4 of these. Yep, all of the above. Yes. Spread the love. You need sweet and spicy and plenty of zing. Just a combination of random things. Yep, yeah, you betcha. I don't know. Much better. Start this cooking. It's going to get hot. Add a dozen of these or whatever you got. Chop it, slice it, give it a good beat. 1 of these, 2 of those, and this will make it sing. Yep. That's not a thing. Add a cup of this, and this for a laugh. A whole 1 of these, or maybe just half. Serving suggestion, breakfast, lunch and tea. The finish line's close, just wait until it's free. Follow these instructions, there'll be no failure. It's Vegemite. Tastes like Australia.
So, there were various types of the Vegemite commercial, and we're also going to be playing for you the version from 1956. Here it is. Welcome back. This is the second Vegemite commercial, and this one is from 1956. Do you remember this one?
This is the Australian Television Archive.
and salt whenever you set the table.
These were the two Vegemite commercials from 1954 and 56. We hope that you enjoyed the little bit of a trip down memory lane. Here's my offsider.
I know I sure did, Barry. What a fun morning we had researching.
Well, to close our story on Vegemite, please do enjoy Vegemite and do enjoy watching this video on Vegemite, because maybe you'd like to go down a trip. Maybe you'd like to go on a trip down memory lane. Here's my offsider.
I think that sounds like a great idea, Barry.
So before we close segment 1, we'd like to thank you for watching segment 1. Here's my offsider.
Thank you, viewers. I hope you had as much fun as Barry and I did going down memory lane today.
And in 1980, the last commercial we'd like to show for you is another version of the Happy Little Vegemite song from 1980. So, here's another one for you. And the last commercial from 1980. Here it is.
More than ever, Vegemite helps. Vegemite yeast extract, with all the goodness of those essential B group vitamins. Has put a rose in every tree.
Well, we're going to close this segment now with me singing the Vegemite jingle. We're happy little Vegemites, as bright can be. We all enjoy our Vegemite for breakfast, lunch and tea. Our mummy said we're growing stronger every single week, because we love our Vegemite. We all adore our Vegemite. It puts a rose in every cheek. It puts a rose in every cheek. And we do hope that you try Vegemite in the following recipes. And segment 2 of our show is coming up very shortly, and it's about our favorite television show. So, stay tuned, segment 2 coming up shortly. I'm Barry Peer. You've been watching the Vegemite story, and we will be back with you very shortly after the break. Stay tuned, don't go away, there's plenty more to come on the show. And there it is, the iconic Vegemite.